Mayhem in the making. Picture this, a rogue squirrel, a barbecue grill, and a whole lot of chaos. No, this isn't the start of a bad joke, it's my neighbor's backyard last Tuesday. Turns out, squirrels love barbecue sauce. Who knew? One chewed propane tank later, and let's just say their backyard luau was more inferno than fiesta. Now, you might be thinking, John, that's hilarious. For me, less so for your neighbor, and you'd be right. But here's the kicker. They had homeowners insurance. That little piece of paper that feels about as exciting as watching paint dry. It's the difference between a minor inconvenience and a major financial meltdown. So, buckle up, Buttercup, because tonight, we're diving headfirst into the thrilling world of homeowners insurance. So, what is this magical homeowners insurance thing? In a nutshell, homeowners insurance is like a big, comfy safety net for your house and everything in it. It's the peace of mind that comes from knowing that if something goes wrong, you're not alone in dealing with it. It's a contract between you and an insurance company where you pay them a little bit of money, premiums, regularly, and they agree to cover the cost of repairs or replacements if disaster strikes. This could be anything from a fire, a break-in, or even a natural disaster like a hurricane or earthquake. Think of it as a financial shield against the unexpected slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. It's like having a superhero on standby, ready to swoop in and save the day when things go awry. Now, before you click away thinking, John, I already pay my mortgage, my taxes, and my Netflix subscription. My wallet is crying. Hear me out. Homeowners insurance is not just another bill. It's an investment in your future stability. Homeowners insurance isn't about throwing money away. It's about protecting your most valuable asset. Imagine the cost of rebuilding your home from scratch or replacing all your belongings. The premiums you pay are a fraction of what you could end up spending without insurance. Your house isn't just a house, it's your castle, your sanctuary, your very own fortress of solitude. Cape's optional. It's where you feel safe and secure, where you can be yourself without any pretenses. It's where you binge watch bad reality TV in your pajamas and pretend to like kale smoothies. It's the backdrop to your everyday life, filled with both mundane and magical moments. It's where you create memories and maybe occasionally lose your sanity. It's the place where your kids take their first steps, where you celebrate birthdays and holidays, and where you find comfort after a long day. And protecting that's priceless. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about the bricks and mortar, it's about the life you build within those walls. Why homeowners insurance isn't just for when bad things happen, they do. Here's the thing about bad things. They have a nasty habit of happening when you least expect them. Like when your toilet decides to become a fountain of sewage on the same day your in-laws decide to make a surprise visit, or when a rogue frisbee, thrown by yours truly, no judgment, crashes through your neighbor's window. Homeowners insurance isn't just about fires and floods, it's about the little and not so little disasters that life throws your way. It's about having peace of mind, knowing that if, or let's be real when, something goes wrong, you're not left holding the financial bag. Think of it as a financial airbag for your home. You hope you'll never need it, but you're damn glad it's there when you do. But I rent, do I still need it? A tale of two tenants. Now, I know what some of you renters are thinking. This doesn't apply to me, I'm just renting. My landlord has insurance. And you're right, your landlord probably has insurance. But here's the kicker. Their insurance covers the structure of the building, not your stuff inside. Imagine this. You're living your best life in your rented apartment. You've got your vintage record collection, your flat-screen TV that's bigger than your first apartment, and a collection of houseplants that would make even the most dedicated plant parent jealous. Then, disaster strikes. A pipe bursts, flooding your apartment and turning your beloved belongings into a soggy, moldy mess. Your landlord's insurance? It's covering the damaged pipes and walls, not your ruined possessions. That's where renter's insurance swoops in to save the day, and your bank account. It covers your personal belongings, providing peace of mind. Whether it's a fire, theft, or water damage, renter's insurance ensures you're not left out in the cold. It can even cover temporary living expenses if your place becomes uninhabitable. So, while your landlord's insurance takes care of the building, renter's insurance takes care of you and your stuff. It's a small price to pay for a lot of protection. Don't wait for disaster to strike. Get renter's insurance and live with the confidence that your belongings are protected, no matter what happens. Welcome to Mythbusters Home Insurance Edition. Let's face it, the world of insurance is full of myths and misconceptions, like that old wives' tale about breaking a mirror bringing you 7 years of bad luck. Seriously, who came up with that one? But when it comes to home insurance, the myths can be even more confusing and costly. Homeowners insurance is no exception. Many people are misinformed about what it covers and why it's necessary. So, let's put on our Mythbusters hats and debunk some of the most common whoppers, shall we? It's time to get to the bottom of these misconceptions. Myth number 1. Homeowners insurance is a waste of money. I get it, it's an extra expense. But think about the peace of mind it brings. But so is that daily latte you can't live without, and you seem to manage that just fine. If you can budget for coffee, you can budget for insurance. Myth number 2. Only expensive homes need insurance. Wrong. Disaster doesn't discriminate based on square footage or zip code. Whether you live in a mansion or a modest home, you're at risk. Myth number 3. My insurance will cover anything and everything. Hold your horses, cowboy. Insurance policies have limits and exclusions. Read the fine print. It's crucial to understand what is and isn't covered. It's boring, I know, but trust me, it's way more fun than draining your savings account because you didn't realize your policy didn't cover, say, alien abductions. Yes, that's a real exclusion. Believe it or not, some policies have very specific and unusual exclusions. I'm not making this stuff up. So, next time you hear a myth about home insurance, remember to do your homework and get the facts straight. Natural disasters. Because Mother Nature doesn't have insurance, probably. Speaking of things insurance doesn't always cover, let's talk about natural disasters. Floods, earthquakes, hurricanes. Mother Nature can be a real piece of work, am I right? And unfortunately, standard homeowners insurance policies don't always cover these acts of God. Now, don't panic just yet. You can usually purchase additional coverage for these types of events. It might cost you a bit extra, but trust me, when that hurricane comes knocking, literally, you'll be glad you have it. Think of it as an insurance policy for your insurance policy. It's like insurance inception. Someone get Christopher Nolan on the phone. I smell a sequel. The dreaded deductible, your financial speed bump. Here's a word that's about as fun to say as root canal deductible. It's the amount you have to pay out of pocket before your insurance kicks in. Think of it as your financial participation trophy in the unfortunate event of a covered loss. Now here's the good news. You get to choose your deductible amount. The higher your deductible, the lower your premium, and vice versa. It's all about finding that sweet spot between what you can afford upfront and what you're comfortable paying each month. It's like choosing between a double espresso and a decaf latte. One will give you a bigger jolt upfront while the other is a bit easier on the wallet. Choose wisely, my friends. To cover or not to cover, that is the question. Spoiler, you should cover. Now that we've tackled the basics, let's talk specifics. What exactly does homeowners insurance cover? The answer, my friends, is a whole lot. We're talking about damage from fire, lightning strikes, windstorms, hail, theft, vandalism. The list goes on and on. It also covers liability, which means if someone gets injured on your property, looking at you, neighbor with the suspiciously wobbly front steps, you're covered. Think of your homeowner's insurance policy as an all-you-can-eat buffet of protection. You're paying for it, so you might as well load up your plate. Finding the right policy, it's like online dating, but for your house. Finding the right homeowner's insurance policy can feel a bit like navigating the wild world of online dating. There are so many options out there, and it can be tough to know where to start. Do you go with the big-name company with the catchy jingle, or the smaller, more personalized insurer? The key is to shop around, compare quotes, and find a policy that fits your specific needs and budget. Don't be afraid to ask questions, lots of them. Remember, you're trusting this company with the protection of your most valuable asset. Choose wisely, my friends. In case of emergency, have your policy handy. Congratulations, you've made it through the thrilling world of homeowners insurance. You're practically an expert now. But before you go off and celebrate with a well-deserved glass of wine, or 3, let's talk about what to do in case of an emergency. First things first, stay calm. I know, easier said than done when your basement's flooding, but panic won't help anyone. Once you're in a safe place, contact your insurance company ASAP. They'll walk you through the claims process and help you get started on the road to recovery. And remember that little piece of paper we talked about earlier? Your policy? Keep it handy. It's got all the important information you'll need, like your policy number and contact information. Home sweet and secure, home, the final word. So, there you have it folks, the not-so-boring guide to homeowners insurance. It might not be the most exciting topic in the world, but it's one of those necessary evils like flossing and paying taxes. But hey, at least with homeowners insurance, you've got a safety net for when life throws you a curveball, or a rogue squirrel with a penchant for barbecue sauce. Remember, your home is your castle, your sanctuary, your very own piece of the American dream. Protect it, get homeowners insurance, and with that I'm out of here. Stay safe, stay insured, and try not to burn down the house.